Today is February 3rd, 2021. My name is Charles Suter, and I'm presenting part 4 of my series that I title Instant Wisdom. My main message is that wisdom can be expressed with short idiomatic phrases. When you learn succinct phrases and say them at the right time, people will think you wise. So my recommendation is that you learn and memorize a few of these polysemy idiomatic phrases, and you can bring instant clarity to ambiguous situations and resolve indecision regarding appropriate action. This presentation will present 3 more common polysemy idiomatic phrases that you can begin using immediately for the benefit of yourself and others. My first idiomatic phrase: when the going gets tough, the tough get going. There will always be some tough times in everyone's life. Tough times will test your character. Tough people will be able to meet the challenges that face them. Any personal weakness will be revealed during times of adversity, the tough times. The measure of a person is how well they handle themselves when things don't turn out according to their plans. Just remember, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Those who endure the tough times grow in strength of character. Tough times are a period of testing and character growth. Accept the challenges of adversity as a time to become tougher, more resilient. Idiomatic phrase number 2: judge not lest ye be judged, from the Bible. Judging only makes it seem like the judges are better than others. Someone who is fallible, and I should say that everyone is fallible, is subject to the judgment of others. However, people who are accepting of others will be accepted by them in return. It is easier to see the faults and foibles in others and harder to see them in your own. Fault finding is a common trait of people who have many faults of their own. So remember, what goes around comes around. The more faults you find to criticize it in others, to judge them, and to spread gossip, the more resentment you incur from those you condemn and criticize. When people begin to find and criticize your own faults, and of course everyone has them, the cycle of negativity will have come full circle. The world is not improved by criticism, condemnation, and complaining. Polysemic idiomatic phrase number 3: best is the enemy of good, and good is the enemy of best. Sometimes good enough is good enough. Other times, people stop striving at good results and never reach their best. So it takes discretion to decide if and when good is good enough. Some people simply stop too soon in their quest for a goal, finished product, or performance, accepting good enough rather than seeking the best. Sometimes accepting the good is rational and prudent, and sometimes not. For most things in life, good enough is good enough. To always strive for the best would be all-consuming of one's time and energy, such that only a few things would ever get done at the level of satisfaction. Not everything is worth doing at its best. Wisdom requires that every task or goal must be done to some level of acceptance, so that you or someone can move to the next level. If many non-critical tasks need to be done, it is often best to perform them at an acceptable or good enough level, and then stop and shift your focus to the next one. But sometimes the nature of the task or goal demands your best performance, and when it does, do not allow good enough to be your guide, but strive to perform at your best. My final message: wisdom is knowing what to do with what you know. Wisdom is more than just knowing wise idiomatic phrases. You must know what to do with what you know and actually apply it. You will be considered wise if you remember and apply encapsulated wisdom developed by wise people from the past. The more of these polysemic idiomatic phrases you master and make a part of your daily life, the more readily the wisdom can guide you to taking or advising wise action to yourself or others. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.